And you are live. It seems that seems to be the case. So happy days. Um, a suggestion. So I did. Not that I have much to talk about, to be fair, but just to clarify what I was talking about. Excuse me, in a short that I uploaded. People seem to think that because something is law, it must be followed without question. And to, most cases, that would be right. Hello, INFJ, and Trusted Living, and Richard. Wow. Oh, happy Pentecost. So, yes, thank you. And Father's Day soon. Woohoo. So, all good. And Davey B, how are you, mate? Good to read you. So, yes, I read your question, statement, suggestion, however you want to put it, and thought I would. Not that I have much to say, like I say, but just to clarify. So, law, yes, they're there for a reason, make rules, don't break them, bend them, whatever. But in some cases, it's obvious that the law failed. And in those cases, common sense must prevail. And people should understand that. They should also understand that they shouldn't try to use the law in a negative way so it behaves positively towards them. And the example I gave was a football team was disallowed an obviously legal goal, lawful goal, whatever it is, however you want to phrase that, according to the rules of the game, the goal was allowable. And it was checked by these people, as they do, to make sure. And these people checked it, gave an answer. It was misunderstood. The answer was misunderstood as to what the outcome was. And the goal was chalked off. And everybody knows that it's the wrong decision. But rather than say, made a mistake, we made a mistake, we did everything we were supposed to do, but we got it wrong. Let's stop and do the right thing. And they were so scared that they would get in trouble for doing the right thing. Absolutely crazy. Like, let's just stop the game. Oh no, the laws of the game say we can't. Once the referee blows the whistle, this and that, it's got to happen. Yeah, but the referee knows that he's made a mistake. He knows that he's made a mistake. Stop the game. Go to both managers and say, look, a mistake's been made. The goal is obviously a good goal. It's a good goal. I'm going to get some deep trouble. I really am. Like my bosses, they're going to be peeved with me. But I know that I've made a mistake. I know that according to the rules of the game, that goal stands. And I know, according to the rules of the games, once I blew the whistle, that should be it. But I can't allow the game to continue because I made a mistake or because they made a mistake, whoever checked it, however it went. So laws are there for a reason, but they're not there to replace common sense. Common sense says, no, what is happening is not right. So let's stop, take account of the situation, and do the right thing. because karma will come back and bite us up the bum, which is what's happened. The whole football world is in uproar about what should and shouldn't be done in these sort of circumstances. And, in life in general, what should or shouldn't be done through common sense, as opposed to, well, we don't want to upset anybody. Trusted Wig, hello. There's quite a few people here already. Happy abracadabra day. Well, I have to try and work that out then. Hey Tigger, how's it going? I like this guy, Davey B. He's a rock. He's not a fen rock, but he is a rock. Solid rock is a good foundation to build upon. Yes, those castles on the sand, not so good. Or in the sand, on the sand, in the sand. Hi. Tigger, what's good today? Nothing's good. There's always something good. Gotta believe that there's always something good. Ooh, Jeremy. So sometimes the common sense should override any decision based on fear. If you're making a decision because you're scared of what somebody else is threatening to do, can do, wants to do, may do, whatever, then you're not true to yourself and you're not true to everyone else. So your decision should be made on what you believe to be the right thing to do. And I'm not saying because you're a selfish, egotistical, whatever, narcissist person. I'm saying for your highest good and the highest good of everyone around, this common sense has to override anything else. Has to. Otherwise, in the long run, we're all going to suffer. So let's not go down that road. And some people choose to go down that road for, whatever reason. And that to me is crazy. So whilst there is law, there is no guaranteed justice because you are following the law. It depends on the interpretation and how that law was written, when that law was written, for whatever that law was supposed to encapsulate. So some laws are like, many years old. Some of the stuff they talk about don't even exist, and some of the stuff it talks about is just totally, irrelevant to, to today, which is just how it is. You're here and loved. That's very good. There you go. And I think, this world is supposed to exist in love, and that can only be a good thing. I don't see. Whilst, I have arguments about life should not be, you have to suffer in order to get something good. I don't believe that's the case. In this matrix that we live in, yes, but in a real God-controlled environment, I don't believe that's the case. So you shouldn't have to suffer. You shouldn't have to learn through trials and tribulations to make yourself strong enough to survive in life. That's just crazy. Unless, you're out in the deserts or out in the, bush or the Amazon or something, then you have to learn through, or you want to join the army or whatever it is. Then fair enough, you go through those things. But just your general, everyday life shouldn't be about building yourself to fight against the world in order to get by. It's being trapped by rules, regulations, impossible demands that just, drain your soul. That's just crazy. It shouldn't happen. A root beer float was good. A root beer float. A root beer float. Okay. Don't actually know 100% what a root beer is. I understand that, I've heard it loads of times, but I don't understand what it is. But I would imagine that float has got something to do with ice or ice cream. There's always pancakes. Pancakes. That's a Davier thing. Waffles. I wrote a song about the song Thunderstruck. I didn't see it. I saw the whatever it's called, just the screen of it that says, first time impression of the song Thunderstruck, something like that. So, and then you talk about Thunderstruck now, so it must mean something. Waffles are yummy. Free waffles at the Super 8 Motel. I've been to one of them. But no waffles. I never knew what he was singing about, but now I know. Yeah, there's a few songs like that, though, when you hear them over and over and you either like them, hate them, whatever it is, but you've heard them so long, all your life, and then somebody actually explains it and you go, no way. Like that Crazy Horses Osmond song was about, gas guzzling cars and, saving the environment. And it's like, what? Is it? And then when you listen to it, you think, oh, yeah, I suppose it could be. And it's like, wow, how far ahead of their time were they, the Osmonds, for singing that song? So yeah, sometimes when somebody I don't know if anybody pointed it out to you or whether you just found out for yourself, Tigger, but it's like, what? Who has a tongue of fire today? I never have a tongue of fire. People accuse me of having a tongue of fire, but I don't know if I can honestly say this because I don't know how, things that I do or say affect people. But there is nothing that I have said that should be cast as negative towards anyone. I've just told people what's going to happen. That's not me trying to cause things to happen. They're going to happen because of what they're doing. That'd be like telling the chef that if, the water he's put on the gas is going to boil later. It's like, it's going to happen. It's obviously going to happen. I'm not making the water boil. That's all down to what they're doing. Everything's down to what they're doing. The chef puts it on and the water boils and that's it. And he puts in the pasta and the pasta cooks. That's it. So if they don't want to do that, then don't boil the water, don't put in the pasta, don't cook it. And then I won't tell you that it's going to happen. But some people are accusing me, or whoever it is, doesn't matter whether it's me or someone else, of affecting their life. And it's like, what? No, I'm not affecting your life at all. You're affecting your own life. By trying to affect my life, you're affecting your life. That's it. I'm not doing nothing to affect your life. I'm just here enjoying myself, living my own life. You're trying to get in the way of that and suffering because of it, not because of anything I'm doing. I'm just a bystander watching what's going on with everything that's being done. So I don't know. I don't know where you get it from. Only sadists think everyone must suffer. Well, everyone else must suffer. Yep. Thunderstruck means rocks off. Rocks off. Want to hear it or haven't released it yet? We can't hear it. Another Preston chapter. Uh-oh. Dougie Doug. The Codex book arrived yesterday. It's the wheel. OMG, trusted. Too much information. What are you doing telling people those sort of things? So, I just wondering how to say it. I still have faith in a Maverick. I still believe that all of this was meant to work out the way that it was meant to work out. And so much so I became a Maverick myself and, made my own rules, which is what Forrest said, 109 rules, and you move on, from, if it's better, you move to the top. And I try to follow rules as best as I can. And then, if the rules don't suit, I'll make up my own rule. So I tried to follow the rules as best as I could, and I found out I couldn't follow those rules. Those rules that were made, just nope. I'm not talking about thrill of the chase rules. I'm talking about life rules. Thrill of the chase rules, they're okay. They're good. But life rules, no. So I couldn't follow those, so I decided to make my own and expect others to abide by those rules, because those rules are set up not for my highest good, for the highest good of everything and everyone. Those rules. And because they're set up for the highest good of everything and everyone, I will benefit. So if everybody is in a wonderful frame of mind, happy as a lark, I was going to say Larry, but I don't want to upset Larry. Happy as a lark, then there's every reason to believe that my life's going to be just as good. I don't have to think about me. If I can think about everybody and everybody else is happy, the chances are that I'll be happy because everybody else is happy. And for me, that's enough. That's enough. If everybody else is happy, then I'm happy. Now, I know, because I'm not stupid, even though some people think I am, I know you can't please everyone. I know that. Because certain people have a certain mentality where you can't please them no matter what you do. And I'm not bothered about those people. Not that I'm not bothered about them, but I'm not bothered that they're going to be an inconvenience to the world being happy, my world being happy. At some point, they'll stop moaning because it's pointless, because it doesn't get through to me. Or they'll see that it's better to be happy than miserable. Either way, I'll still be happy because they won't exist where I am. They will exist somewhere else because that's how it's fated to be, meant to be, going to be. Like, they wouldn't be able to function in a happy place, which is something that I've had most of my life, where wherever I go, whistling and singing, and I've said this, years ago, people tell me, shut up. How can you be so happy 6 o'clock in the morning? Oh, shut up. Stop whistling. Stop singing. Stop, being happy. No. I'm not going to stop being happy. So you can either put up with it or, distance yourself from me. You're not going to control the way that I feel, the way that I think, the things that I do. Just not going to happen. So I will continue being me. If you don't like it, sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. If you don't like it, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to stop singing or whistling or being happy just because, you can't wake up in the morning and be grateful for, being alive. And roof over your head, you've got a job, your money's coming in, etc., 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 and you don't understand how to not be, in a lower vibration. Is this your song? I'm on page 88 of the Codex. I had the Codex audiobook. Hi, Imagination. How are you? Where have I been? It's been a while. So glad you found your way back. Hello, my friend. Good evening to you. Possibly morning. Just happy to see you again live. You are a legend. Actually, you are 100% right. It is possibly morning. It's 0008. 8 is a good number. 8 is a very lucky number. So thank you for making me look at a very lucky number, Imagination. Yes, I don't know where you've been. Probably to London to see the Queen. I don't know. She's not there now. Well, I can't say that anymore. Must be the King, who is not very happy at the moment. Yes, it's good to see you and read you, and good to have you here. And yes, I am glad that I'm live, but I don't know if I'm a legend or a leg end. Or I second that. I second that. I second that. The leg end. Oh, thank you. OMG, there's a lot of OMGs going on. Where have you been? Imagination of innocence. Where have you been? Time traveling. Oh, I've been trying to do that. I really have. You might not think it, but I really have. I've been off into the future and back into the past and trying to work out, the overall plan. The not making plans. Making plans is antagonistic to freedom. But trying to follow a plan and having a backup plan should that plan not work, which is what Forrest was talking about. And obviously the plan that was supposed to work didn't work, but the backup plan seems to be doing quite well, thanks. So it's a long way to Tipperary. No, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Hey, well, it's a long way down if you get to the top as well. AC/DC get their rocks off in Texas. Yeah, I say I'm not a heavy metal person, but I like heavy metal music, which is weird. I don't. It's because I don't. I'm a dancer, and I like music you can dance to. So if it's a record that you don't, I know you can do that to rock, but it's not my kind of dancing. So it's just, I think the only music that I don't like is rap. Like, garage rap, but just shouting and swearing, and I'm not, into that. I can do your Eminem type stuff, but the other stuff, no good to me. I don't always agree with you. I respect you. You are a good man, sir. Yeah, I know. And it would be a horrible, boring, miserable world if we all agreed. But we can agree to disagree, and that's the most important thing. I think if we can have a conversation and disagree and carry on, then it's all good. And yes, unfortunately, my role, I suppose, or my burden, or my whatever you want to call it, because different people will give it a different name, and I don't really care. I'm not bothered. But I am the mirror. I am the agitator. I am the whatever it is that people, want to moan about or say that I am. But it's because we are different. And because we think differently, how you see me is more the reflection of me, of the person that I'm speaking to, or that is watching me, or that is listening to me, or whatever it is. Because I just think simple things. I think if we can all find love for everything, the trees, grass, the environment, people, animals, star beings, spirits, ancestors, whatever, the Most High God, mom and dad. And if you don't believe, there's something that's controlling all of this that put it all together. Even if it's just a simulation, even if it is a matrix, even if we're just energy and we don't really exist, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what we live in, how we live, something or someone created it. It's that simple. Doesn't matter what, if you want to say aliens created us, then okay, the aliens are God, the aliens are the spirits, the aliens are whatever. Because if they're not, then somebody created them. Like, it doesn't matter what people keep saying, all this bullshit trying to change things around, but there is only one. There has to be something created everything. Something created everything. Otherwise, nothing exists. Nothing exists. And if you keep making excuses that, well, this is the way this happened, and this is the way this happened, and this alien entity did this, and this, but who made them? Like, you're avoiding what is possibly the truth when you start making up excuses about how we came about. Until you go back to the very beginning, the Anunnaki, the Sumerians, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You can't start life halfway through. You can't start at the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is that you want to bullshit about and ignore, dinosaurs and the Anunnaki and the Sumerians and who came before everything else. And there's probably stuff before them. So there has to be a beginning. There has to be a beginning. And in that beginning, there has to be a truth. And the problem is, we haven't been told the truth. We just haven't been told the truth. We've been told a story that starts halfway through our existence. And when I say our existence, I mean the existence that has the soul inside that makes us think and do the things that we do. The Homo sapien, or whatever it is that you want to believe that we are, the bag of meat, the bag of water, as opposed to whatever came first. Because if it isn't Adam and Eve, and it isn't, if it isn't Adam and Eve, then what came first? Everything we've been told is all rubbish. So why is everything that we've been told all rubbish? Not all rubbish. Doctored. Everything that we've been told has been doctored for whatever reason. And that is the truth that has to come out. And I'm pretty certain that you've already seen some of this truth is coming out. And if you haven't, then just, type in a few words into YouTube and you'll see all these things that have suddenly, mysteriously, out of the blue, just turned up or just been decoded. All of these things that couldn't be, the Antikythera mechanism and all of that, Pharaoh's chariot, why the Kaaba is not whatever, how Islam is going to be kicked to the curb because in its own book, it says that the Bible's more correct than the book itself, than the book you're reading. Talk about Muhammad. Go to the Bible if you want to see Muhammad, blah, 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 but not. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense. You're basically saying that what you're saying is wrong because you pointed it to the Bible and that's not it. What you're saying is not it because you said that you look to the Bible. It's in the Bible. Trust the Bible. Hang on. You want people to trust your book, but you're saying trust the Bible? Oh, no, you're not. You now changed your mind and said, no, you can't trust the Bible. Well, it says in the Bible about Muhammad. So you can't trust the Bible, but it's telling you about Muhammad in the Bible. What? So all of these religions are trying to get one up on each other and then outing themselves for being incorrect. So there will be religions that will just fall by the wayside, and there'll be religions that will be shown to be corrupt. And there'll be those things will be traced back to the beings that did all of these things. When, why, when, how. They decided to create the world that we live in. Which I wasn't going to talk about, but it seems like I'm already there. I'll do a response to sympathy for the hi, because I can. Wow, haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for being here. Have I missed a few things? In the middle of our play. Oh, I have missed some stuff though. You most certainly have no reason to hide. You bring fantastic perspective to the chase. You are respected for that. Thank you. I didn't know that. Mostly for providing something to listen to, but we have missed you either way. Well, I've still been here. Gone altogether. Tutu. Oh, Desmond Tutu. In the middle of our place. Well, better than in the middle of our street. In the middle of our street, our house. I'll do a response on sympathy to the devil. Pleased to meet you. You already know my name. Hope you guess my name. What's going on? You've almost answered a question there before it was even asked. That's pretty weird, isn't it? You already know my name, and then Richard says, hope you guess my name. Does anyone here believe the JCB Fenchurch location has been found? I didn't even know there was a statement that it had been found. But I wouldn't put anything past these people. Does anybody believe Forrest is ready to let go? I am willing to wait. I don't want the man to lose. I believe that, well, considering he's supposed to be dead, but I believe that he's soul searching at the moment. That's just my opinion. I believe that he's gone within as to what is. He may have already, well, in my opinion, he's already made a decision about what to do and how to do it. That's what I believe. I believe that, news will be forthcoming about what is happening in that sense. Tigger says no. No, she doesn't believe. No. Is she saying no to Trusted, or is she saying no to Woody? Hi, Woody. How are you doing? Trusted, do you believe the location has been found? Sure, I put my solve out where it could have been seen. There you go. This is another one that Trusted solved. Wow, he's done the Thrill of the Chase and JCB. I choose to believe that the poem has not been solved. Can we just allow this man to live forever? No. That's the message I'm getting. No. So there's a higher hand involved in this. And the answer is no. Although the name will live forever. And the poem has been solved. Sorry, but that's just. I only come out, I only tell you the truth. It is what it is, and I can't change that, even if I wanted to. Even if I wanted to. Which is what I said from, the beginning months ago when I started doing these weird videos. It's just the truth. There's nothing I can do. Can't. The only people. I did a video not long ago about those who don't tell the truth will fail the test. That's a true statement. That's what was put out, by a higher hand than mine. I have no high hand, but there is a higher hand than mine. And those that don't tell the truth will not pass the test. And that was probably a week ago. So, the truth was expected then. Some truth has come out, not by the people it's supposed to come out by. So they've obviously failed. So that judgment that's been called will ramp up. That's just the way that I see it. And, I have no control over that. So Forrest Fenn for President 2025. 1, 2. I don't know what that 1, 2 is. Uh-oh. Below. Hang on, I'm missing stuff. I just read the program of this. Oh, read that. If I'm correct, the spot is below Brown Mountain in Colorado. Maybe not correct then. Trusted. Oh, the JCB. JCB. Why didn't I think of that? Sally. Uh-oh. Sally. Noble. Sally. How will you know Sally? How will Sally know you? That's a conversation I had. Sally was supposed to be coming to see me. And she was pictured beneath a silo. And I asked, well, no, I asked before I saw the picture. How would Sally know me? And how would I know Sally? And there was a picture of Sally. His name will live forever. Because I like the thought of it, I want Forrest and his stories to impact my children, their children, and your children. A lesson of failure, pride versus ego equals fate. And I believe that will be the case. I think everything that Forrest did that we know about will impact. It impacted me, and I still have faith. It impacted me, and people will. You know. Okay, living forever. In name, yeah. So the legend lives on. So in name, as a person, Methuselah lived to 956. I think Noah lived to be 600 and something, whatever it was, 690 something, whatever. Like in our past, people lived to be very, very old. So it's possible that you can live forever if, forever is 1,000 years. And that's the way hey Kiwi, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Without further ado, that sounds like Greg. Haven't seen him for a while. There's been some names that have come up as, things are definitely coming to a close now. Whether you like it or not, it's coming to a close. And my thoughts are not so much about the thrill of the chase, but about, life in general. There's a lot of hurt people in this world, and it shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be the case. I'm doing good, Woody. Thank you very much. Oh, Mustang Sally. Better slow that Mustang down. JCB, good buddy. 10-4. You better slow your Mustang down. You better. Absolutely awesome here, Woody. I had another vision the other day. Uh-oh. Davey, did you get your truck? What was the vision about, Tigger? Hushka, I'm here, and that's what's up. Uh-oh. Hushka's here, everybody. Stop talking about him now. No. There once was a man named Sally who moved away from Cali, only to have a tally, a bunch involved in the rally. California and Carolina. Dope. Send in the ice machine. Oh, it sounds like a wrestler. The chase, or TTOTC, is already in the history books. I'm sure that it will be remembered. It'll absolutely be remembered. It'll be talked about for the end of time, I think. As will Forrest. Like I say, if that's the live forever, then I would say yes. Was he an illegal trusted? The actors are striking or being struck. He was a beagle at heart. Snoopy. Hang on, Snoopy. Snoopy, hang on. Oh, Trust has already done it. He's already done it. Hino butt box. That doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm glad you have. Don't know what a Hino box truck is. Have no idea. The vision was about a black virus shaped like a sycamore ball. I saw thousands of them moving in the air. Not a good thing to see. No, there's talk of another issue, but we'll see. We'll see. The chase will never be forgotten. It is written. Today I watched a video about the Sear Dixon. They showed a picture of it exactly. I'm about ready to forget about the chase. You won't be able to forget about the chase, sir. It just won't happen. It's Monday, Frank, but I understand what you're saying, and happy Sunday to you too. I hope you went to church this morning. Not really, I don't. That was just a stupid thing to say, because I don't believe in churches in the sense that people believe in churches. Just so much is. I feel sorry for those that are righteous, good, true, who didn't walk down those long corridors with all that ancient writing on it to that room, that circle with a stone in the middle, and to that place where they brought out that chest, that box, and turned the key and opened it with a folder inside. See, those people in the Vatican think that we don't know what went on in the Vatican or what it looks like. What was the word? Oh, it's gone out of my head. I have to come back to that. It's written on the file. Only special people go in there. To read them things. And no one's supposed to know. But I suppose if you walked in there, and nobody was aware that you were there, each time they turned a page, you could see what it was and read it. But you're not supposed to tell. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll never be able to forget the chase. I should think not. There is a good chance I could be deported. I am a Spanish immigrant that is search of land and opportunity. Somehow I ended up in the United States. Who knows? I could be deported tomorrow. So what? Well, how long have you been there? Or does it? See, that begs a question. No American is American unless they are Native Americans, Native Indian Americans, or whatever. You're all illegal immigrants. So if there's no set time, then you could go all the way back and say, right, everyone out, everybody out, you don't belong here, everyone out. So is there a set time that says if you've been in America for such and such an amount of time, then you're classed as an American? If not, if because you wasn't born in the United States of America, none of your ancestors were born in the United States of America, unless you are Native American. So does that mean you all have to go? Or, like, you send out an invitation, like, everybody come to America because we need you. Then when people come, you send them back. And I don't mean like recently, I mean in the distant past. I don't know how long ago it was, but did you go in illegally? Or if you didn't go in illegally, they won't deport you, will they? Unless you snuck in, like swam across, snuck in, or whatever it was. You definitely didn't walk from Spain, that's for sure. You definitely didn't walk across. So you must have come in a boat or a plane or something. They said that there were several of those virus labs in the Ukraine. Putin is bombing the crap out of it. Mm-hmm. Every time I go treasure hunting or pick a find out of the ground, it always brings back the memory of the chase. That's cool. Nanu, Shazbot. More calling Orson. More calling Orson. Come in, Orson. I've been here my whole life, then why would you get deported? That don't make any sense. It makes no sense. What defines my legality? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what defines your legality because I don't know what defines anybody's legality in America or here. Like, more often than not, the further you go back, the more likely it is that you are not of this or whatever country you live in. You are not of that country. I mean, we've been invaded that many times. It's hard to know who's English, Welsh, Scottish, whatever. And I'm an Englishman because I was born here, raised here, have the English culture, and yet my mum and dad are Italian. So really, I come from Italy. My mum and dad come from Italy. I'm a descendant of an Italian, but in my mind, my heart, I'm an Englishman. That's just it. But does that mean I should be deported? Don't know. But I'll fight tooth and nail. Everybody said to me that, England's not your country. And that's why I fell out with mum and dad, and my family. Like, you need to learn Italian. No, I don't. I live in England. I'll learn English. Yeah, but you come from Italy. No, I don't. I was born in England. If ever I go to Italy and live there, I'll learn Italian. But until then, no. I have no allegiance to that country. None. None at all. Mum and dad live there. They were born there. Great. I was born in England. Don't know the culture. Don't know the language. Have no allegiance to it. And to be fair, I start to think now that I have an allegiance to the whole world. Like, I just live on a planet, and it doesn't matter where I was born or the nationality of my mum and dad or grandparents or whatever. I'm just a Homo sapien or a human being or whatever it is that I'm classed as, but I'm just one of billions. Mindy, da, da, da. Mindy morning isn't guaranteed. Oh, Mindy, so good to me. And Mindy grieving isn't what it seems. I was upset when she passed away. I couldn't believe it. I used to really like her. I could give two shits if I was deported. I just ask that you to warn the next country as to what to expect when they receive me. Shit's about to get good when I arrive. Cool. Kick up a storm. If you arrive without due process, you leave without due process. Simple. The after effects of a wife and children is your responsibility and is not a problem of the country or its citizens. Non-citizens are not entitled to due process. Turning point in history. I just don't know where, you know. If you're in illegally, then fair enough. But how long does that last? So if you came in 5 weeks ago, if you came in 5 years ago, if you came in 50 years ago, if you came in 80 years ago, are you treated exactly the same? I don't know. Or should you be treated exactly the same? I don't know how it works. And you have to bear in mind that in America, probably other places, they've got like sleeper people that, are Russian or whatever. And really, their loyalties are to Russia, not the United States. So those people could consider to be upstanding American citizens, and yet their loyalty is with another country. So I don't know. The United Kingdom will not let me in. If they knew about me, they wouldn't let me in, I suppose. They know I will come in armed and ready to defeat corruption. Yes, don't we all want to defeat corruption? Well, I've been there. It's all right to visit, but I won't go again. Imagination. I won't go again. And, according to some, they like me. They like me there. And they like me up there. They like me down there. They like me up there. Wherever you think, those things are. Cool. There are processes that non-citizens are entitled to. Deportation is one of those processes. Like I say, though, how far back does it go? Like, is there a cut-off that says, if you've been in this country for so many years, even though you weren't born here, you can stay? Or doesn't it not care and say, well, you've been here 60 years, but tough. You came here illegally, so you've got to go back. Excuse me? No green card, no visa, no citizenship. Doesn't matter how long. Ooh. I only claim to be what I am capable of. I just do. I just don't understand why people fear that. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling very well. As in a lifeboat, women and children first. I don't know. I think I'd rather take the men out first. If it was me, if it was my country, it would be those that could cause the most damage to go first. Not saying women can't cause damage, but probably less likely to cause as much damage. That's just how I see it, though. So the boat, the Noah boat, can up the creek without a paddle. Imagine Noah got no paddles. like sticking the seal's flippers outside. That's another thing as well. Like this flood, like why? Well, probably is. I don't know. Why isn't there like shark fossils and whale fossils and fish fossils all over the place? You know, in this flood where the water rose and the fish of the sea would have been able to swim anywhere until the levels went, and then they would have been stuck on land and passed away. Hmm. I don't know. Weird. But that's something else that I thought. Not that I want it to change. Not. I don't want it to change. However it works, I don't care. I don't want it to change. So these are the things that I think about. You have a storm and it rips everything up. And I mean everything. You know, tornadoes, whatever it is. Rips everything up. There's trees, you know, thrown all over the place, cars flying all over the place, everything like that. And yet you don't see dead birds or animals littered everywhere. Not loads of them. But I see the storms and everything, and I would expect. I'm not saying it should change. I'm just saying. I would expect you walk down the street and you would see like dead animals everywhere. I mean everywhere. And when I say animals, I mean wild animals. I don't mean the animals that are normally, you know, locked in farms or stables or whatever. It's like if it's powerful enough to rip up the tree and break the branches, and the bird's just there, like holding on. The wind's howling against it. Ah! It's like, how are they not? How is it not that there's just like there's so much devastation, and yet there's no evidence that nature was hurt at all? No, it's just crazy. Like I know the birds exist. I know there's millions of them, and I see them flying around. I see them eating, you know, out of the lawn and everything. But when it's peeing down with rain and the wind's howling, and you look at the trees and everything, there's not a bird in sight. And when it's all gone, literally when it's all gone, there they are, whistling away as though nothing's happened. Like if I was left out in a storm, I wouldn't be whistling away. Not when it all goes over. You know what I mean? It's like, where do they go? Build a little bunker. Come on, lads, let's get down this bunker while the storm's going. You know, put the doors on us and see out the storm. It's crazy. You just don't see. Like the only animals I see that are dead that get fed on by the buzzards and everything are the ones that get run over in that. Like you don't walk across the field and see, you know, dead rabbits or whatever, dead foxes or dead this or dead that, unless they're run over. But just out and about, there should be animals everywhere. Different kinds of animals that get old and pass away, or get caught out in the storm, you know, and get blown, you know, 300 feet. It's just weird. I think it's weird anyway. Paul Wallace is on it about the Sumerian tablets. Yeah, I think there's loads more things that are going to come out. How real the emerald tablets are, that the Moabite tablet that I talked about, and the other ones, and that thing, and blah blah blah. How they find other. They say they were never in the Bible, like Enoch and those things were never in the Bible, so they weren't taken out. They're just never in. Well, why not? Why not? Which means that God had nothing to do with the Bible. Couldn't have done. If man decides, well, we don't want to put Enoch in, we don't want to put Thomas in, we don't want to put Mary in, we don't want to put this one in, we don't want to put that one in. Who are you to say? It's just crazy that, same as that Fatima stuff, it's crazy that a man decides that what God is saying should happen doesn't happen. That's just crazy. Like, to me, that's just like, what? Are you serious? Like, God's telling you to do this, or Mary's telling you to do it, or whoever's supposed to be saying these things. And a man decides, nah, not doing that. Don't care. Like, tell the world before 1960. Nah, not doing it. Because you're not doing it because what? God thinks that the world should know. And if you believe that Jesus is God, then his mother thinks the world should know. And if you think not, then Jesus' mother thinks the world should know. Thinks that we're capable of knowing. You know, they created us. They should have an idea. Or at least God created us, should have an idea. And you as a mere mortal say, nah, we're not going to tell you. Well, we're going to know. It's as simple as that. We're going to know. And all the bull that's been said, we know it's fake. And all those files that you have hidden in that little chest, well, not little chest, big chest, with a nice key. And all those rooms will be entered. And all those hidden artifacts will be found. Artifacts, not just artifacts. But all the stuff that's hidden will be revealed, because that's what's been foretold. The birds are smarter than that, Mario. What, making a bunker with a door, with those cellar doors on? I don't think they're that smart. They're not going to make a bunker with doors on. Yeah, but it doesn't matter how smart you are. If you're stuck out in the storm, like 80-mile-an-hour storm, 50-mile-an-hour storm, and you're just holding on with some feet, or maybe your beak holding onto a branch as well. It's like, and the tree gets uprooted. What? But even without the storms and everything, just general day to day, walking around, nothing. Like, you might see the occasional egg or something, or baby bird every now and again. But there's millions of birds, billions of birds. And you'd think, like, just like we do, gone. You know what I mean? It's like not even, flying along 1 minute and then and just carking it. It's like, how do we not see evidence of all these beings? It's like they just disappear. Literally, like they just disappear. Okay, that bird dies. Okay, just disappears, gone. No evidence that that bird ever existed, and another bird comes in its place, or whatever. It's like, I don't know. When you think of all the things that have been dug up, if you consider there's been billions of birds thousands of years ago, all the way up till now, there should be billions of skeletons of birds everywhere. I'm not saying they do that. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying it would make sense that there would be. Not just birds, all animals. There should be bones everywhere. Like, you should be able to move through all them bones. It just doesn't make sense. But, not most of it does. Yeah, like I say, that's pretty much the only time that we see it. Or in the films where you see, the bones of a whatever. Or, every now and again you'll see a bison's thing, but probably not natural cause. Somebody probably shot it, or, however, but you don't just stumble across them. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, it's never a good thing to see those things. He might see that, just not in life. Politics, maybe. That's just not for it. I don't know what that was for. Not that anybody here said anything about forest. I was just responding. I have people outside of reality. I hope you. I hope you destined. I believe I'm destined, and I believe I'm destined to have something to do with forest. I believe that 100%. You know, I don't believe that forest gives up, and he's obviously definitely a fighter. So, like I say, I think he's going through a few things, but it's all good. Good soul. Hey, did I pass by close to you? I'm in. Oh, don't talk about New Orleans. Bad stuff going there. Tennessee. See, as soon as people start talking about those things, it like triggers a whole load of stuff. So yeah, some hocus pocus, New Orleans. Is that what it is, or just black magic, or voodoo even? I saw a dead deer on my table on a. I prayed that it nourish and strengthen my body. Thankful for that steak. I'm I'm pretty certain that I've never tasted veal, although I can't remember half of my life, so I can't be 100% certain. I know I've had rabbit, pheasant, goose, duck. I know I've had those sort of frog, those different ones, but I don't know about veal. I found bird skeletons. Oh, yeah, but are they just? Was it a natural death? Did you do an autopsy, or was it forest like, and then cooking them for dinner, or just a little kid, just like Bart Simpson? I just received a message from nature. It said something to the effect of, "Yeah, yeah, blah blah. You've been nourished. I hope you choke on." So that's something that I think about. Going forward, that we need to respect and give gratitude to the animals. Like there must be a different way of. I know the Bible says, you know, dominion over the animals, blah 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 blah. But there must be. It's not a good thing. I love meat. I have to admit that. But how it's done should be, a bit more respectful. Not like these evil people that do spells over them, so we've got to eat it. And you are a man of the West. Ah, so you're not the shy guy from the East then. KFC picked up all the. Nice one, Trusted. I know where you're going with that. KFC picked up all the dead birds. Colonel Sanders has been around a long, long time. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. It wasn't a waste, Woody. Tig, that's okay. It would have been nice. I crossed the whole state of Texas. Ooh, another place with stuff going on. Hello, Mario. You look good with the red shirt. It's not red, it's black. And it's not totally black. It's a little bit of that with whatever. It's a black shirt. It must be the light or whatever. But no. I don't know. Or I'm colourblind or you are. One of us is. But if that's the case, I've got red hair. Definitely black. Unless, there's a message in there somewhere. Well, if a plague is coming, it will be much worse than COVID. If a plague is coming. Venison. Veal is a baby sheep. Is it? Oh, sorry. I knew it began with V. That's probably why I've never had it. I don't know what it's called. Thanks for that, though, Wig. Venison, that's the word I was looking for. Veal is so much better than venison. I've had neither, to be fair. But now that Wig says it, it makes sense. I thought veal was calf. Does that make me a pedo? Because you like baby sheep? The jury's out on that. Oh, I knew I had issues. Bless you. Well, there are some people in the chase that could be considered those, that, whatever. Maybe, you'll get to hear about it. Only if you bark and wag your tail. So you might be finding out that there's issues with the bank as well. Some well-known entity will be in the news. It is what it is, though. I've been circumcised. No wagging here. Circumcise the tail. Sounds weird. I thought wags were the wives of footballers, isn't it? I was hoping that my brother was coming by, but no luck. But did you ask him? Say, come by, brother, come by. Sounds like one of them dog whistler things. Come by, come by. Sheep dogs. Trying to get two things in one there. So, going back to what Trusted said, do you think that the location has been found? Is that what you said? Or did you say the chest has been found? Because in reality, the location can already be found. And nobody's gone there. But the chest itself is a different thing. And I don't think that you have to go there to find it. I think you just have to know where it is. And if you know where it is, it's all good. Well, it's all good if you tell them you know where it is and where it is. Then it's all good. Or you can just not bother telling them and not be bothered about it. A bit like the chase. You can just not be bothered about it, even though you know what the answer is. I've got two brothers. They only speak to me when I have spoken. Needless to say, I am an only child. I thought we were all brothers. We're all brothers, we're all sisters. I've got three brothers. And again, it takes me back to Oklahoma, where some more bad things are going on, even though my sister lives there. My son hasn't shown up either. Bummer. My son hasn't shown up either. Hey, Hercules. We all know, right? We all know. I thought we all knew, but some people don't let on that then. How you doing? Are they trying to tell you something, Tigger? Oh, where it is. It's still there. Wow. I hope the hot water isn't affecting the patina. If it's still there. I don't think it's still there. They're probably both down the bar together, Tigger, if having a drink. Nah, the creek has been diverted. Well, no paddle up there then. No paddle up there then. It did say the landscape would change. I can't remember what that was in reference to. And he also said it wouldn't get blown to smithereens or something. I guess that statement did not include my two sisters, one from my mother, another from my father. Both can't stand me, yet can't seem to stand on their own. So why do they stay in touch? Can't make any sense of any of that. One from my father, another from my mother. Both can't stand me, yet can't seem to stand on their own. It was behind the privy, and very privy it was. Only a certain few knew. I know that's not what you meant, but it came to mind when it was said. It was all very privy. Actually, in all of this, because I don't, follow along too much, in all of this, does Dal and Cynthia get involved in the JCB? Or the Michael O'Connell? Or the Justin Timber Brawn sniffing dog type of stuff? The secret plan. Ah, the secret plan. Within the secret plan, there had to be a secret plan. You had to know the secret plan before you could know the secret plan. If you didn't know the secret plan, you wouldn't be told the secret plan. Well, have to go to take the dogs out. I will be listening. Okay, be careful. Have a nice walk. Shh, don't tell. It's been 5 years and I haven't said anything. I'm not going to tell now. Well, I have. I've said things, but... But does that mean you're not going to tell either? Isn't it terrible when people say they know all the things and they don't tell anyone? I might. I love that answer. I might. They might tell. I think people... I don't think. People know. People know and people suspect. People are distancing themselves from things that have taken place. That's what I'm being led to believe. It makes me laugh, really, because I'm just sending out some hearts and no, not laughy faces, because I think it's funny. And some hundreds, because I'm keeping it 100. People have gone to a lot of effort to do something not very good when the same sort of effort could have got them something brilliant. And they're asking now for something they already had. So they already had it, abused it, lost it, and now they want it back. And blaming what they had for not being there anymore. So they had it, it was all theirs, could use it as they wanted. They abused it, it was taken from them, and now they want it back. Crazy. There is a stack of rocks marking the path. It's the cairn. The cairn. Sometimes knowing what others do not is what creates a divide between peace and harmony until others understand. Seclusion replaces peace and music replaces harmony. It's the songs that remind me. Oh, the memories will remember. It doesn't matter if you tell, it only matters if someone's believe you. And you know what I say? I don't care if you believe me or not. I don't care if you believe me or not. The truth is the truth. There's nothing you can do to change that. And if I'm telling the truth, no, I'm not going to say if I'm, because I'm telling the truth. What you're saying is obviously not correct. Not what you're saying, but the people that are saying these things. Is obviously not correct. So that would mean that one of us is lying. One of us is lying. It obviously isn't me. Obviously not me, because what's happening to you is not happening to me. Which means I'm telling the truth. Which means everything that has been done, has brought you further away from where you want to be. Not me. I haven't done it. Everything that you've done has brought you further away from where you want to be, because you want to be rich. You want to have a lot of money. So all the time and effort and money that you put in has just been wasted and brought you further from where you were, where you already were. With that thing that you're blaming is why you're where you are. But no, you're where you are because of you. Because you don't realize how good things are until you destroy it. Until it walks away and says, no, I've had enough. So there are people out there that think, it's crazy really, that they can get a plan together, bring some charming person into the equation, hide an evil plan within some, let's call it a document, and think that the person that they're blaming for all of this going wrong is going to fall for it. And they say things like, oh, we need to do or say something, but don't know how they're going to react. So for the last few months, I haven't acted any differently, known everything that's going on, and this is how I'm acting. So whoever comes out of the woodwork and says whatever they want to say because they feel a little bit guilty or desperate or whatever it is, however they're feeling, because there's different people involved, I'll still be the same. Because what they're failing to hear is, I don't hate anyone. I don't judge anyone. Like they're asking for forgiveness. It's like, I don't forgive anyone because I've got no reason to forgive anyone or anything. You did what you did because at the time it suited you to do it. And I think, everyone should be allowed to live the life they want to live, however they want to live it. And then they will be judged, however that is. Not by the person, mum and dad. They will do the judging. So if you do something bad to someone, they don't need to forgive you. They don't need to judge you. They just need to ask the higher power to get justice, which is what I talk about the law. Sometimes you can use the law to do bad things and get away with it because there are clever people who use and manipulate and bend rules and whatever, however, which is not to the betterment of everybody, just to the betterment of themselves. So I don't worry about forgiving anybody because I don't judge anyone. And I don't have the burden of worrying about forgiving anyone. I don't care what you did. I don't care. You didn't do it to me. You did it to a higher power than me. And everything that's happening that you don't understand, that you've been around for thousands of years and you do all these magic and you do this and that and the other, and you're so brilliant and you get paid lots of money and whatever it is, and you don't understand how it doesn't work. You've been told how it doesn't work. You've already been told how it doesn't work. And then someone, oh, I must be doing this magic, must be doing that magic, must be. No. The only one's doing the magic. And it's just going back. See, what you need to worry about is if you do upset a good man. That's what you need to worry about. Like a balanced man, a good man, has some darkness in him. And if he has a large amount of good, a large amount of light, he must have a large amount of dark. And if he has a powerful amount of light, he must have a powerful amount of dark. And if he has a strong divine feminine in him, he must have a strong divine masculine in him. Because it has to be balanced, the yin and the yang. The thing that people don't realise, whatever is going on in the world, is you haven't come across the dark yet. You really haven't come across it. You might think you have, but you haven't. What you've come across is everything that you've done being given back to you. Is like, don't want it. Go on, there you have it. That's what you've come across. I've talked about it before. I'm not just saying, don't want it. I'm just saying. If God brought a flood to the earth, or if he destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah, or whatever these bits of information we have from history that this powerful being did, you think, if you think that you would be able to still be doing what you're doing if it's wrath? This is just judgment. This is not wrath. This is not anger. This is not you're screwed or you're effed. Like you effed around and found out, but you only found out because you got back what you gave out, reap what you sowed. That's it. That's what's happening. At some point, not necessarily me, someone else might have enough. Absolutely might have enough and go, right, that's it. I've had enough. And act out in anger towards those people that are doing bad things. Act out in anger, not in love. not in love. And so far, all you've had is the people that you're destroying, that you think were destroying, sending back to you what you gave out. Listen, this is important. Guess what? Just have a little guess. What if you sent out love? What if you sent out love? Do you know how good your life would be now? Instead of struggling the way that you're struggling, instead of losing everything left, right, and centre, instead of receiving all this shit that you sent out back, see, what you've got is, imagine you're at the airport. Imagine you're at the airport and you're looking at the carousel where the baggage is, and you decided to dump on the belt. Do you think it's funny that someone further down the line is going to get it? Well, guess what? At some point, it's going to come right back to you. And the more people that dump on that belt, the more people it's going to come back to. Until that belt is full. And that's your life. Watching that come round, back to you, back to you, back to you, back to you, back to you. And on the other belt, where the good people are, they put flowers, cakes, all sorts of good things on there. And as it goes round, those people that interact with it are having a great time. But while you're waiting for your bags, you just get the shit that you put on that belt. That's your life. And it's only what you put on the belt. No one else has put it on there, just you. So you want a life full of shit, keep dumping on the belt. If you want a life full of goodness and grace and love and beauty and pleasure, then chuck some of that on that belt. And it'll come back to you. In spades. So I don't see how anyone can blame anyone else about their life being not very good if they haven't put much out there that is very good in this moment in time. Because I do understand that people have been hiding the shit that they put on there and blaming someone else and making it look like they're the people that are doing it. But again, the umbrella is gone. All of you that dumped are being seen for those people that have done the dumping. And those that have been accused of dumping are being seen as people that have been giving out flowers, giving out cakes, just generally being nice and reaping what they sow. That's just the way the world is. So I find it hard to believe that people can't see that. They think because the world's going to change, it's not going to be the world that they want, it's going to be worse. No, it's going to be better. Because if you were giving out all that money that you had, you get it back. And you wouldn't get it back in a bad way. You get it back in a good way. And it'd be safe. It'd be good for you. It'd be good money. Not bad money that you had. It'd be good money. It'd be good love. You're giving out love. You're giving out all sorts of things. You're going to get it back because you reap what you sow. And you decided that, well, my world is such a brilliant world and I'm the richest person and I've got this and I've got this. I've got this and I don't want nobody else to have it. I'm going to do my best to make sure that they don't have it. I'm going to use them and abuse them and blah, 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 blah. And guess what? Welcome to the world you created. That's you for dumping. You can't see further than your nose, and that's all you're going to smell now. It's that simple. And like people are going to go away thinking, oh, he's preaching, he's doing this, he's doing that. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't give a shit whether you believe it or not. Just telling you. That's the way that it is. The reason these things happen is because you create the mess that we're living in. And I don't want to live in that mess. I don't want to live in it. I choose not to. So I don't go to the belt that you're on. I don't put my bags on that belt. I don't even care if I have to go to another destination that is not in the same place as you. I'd rather go to another destination in another airport than have anything to do with the shit that you're putting on the belt. It's that simple. And I want to make that happen. I want to make that happen. And if that means you have to go to a different destination, so be it. But if you wanted to be in the life that you are living, you should have behaved in a way to live in the life that you're living. And not have it taken from you. So, those people who are pretending, this is important, those people, not you good people that have been taken in, I'm not talking to you, those people who pretend that you worship the Most High God, Mom and Dad, who pretend that you worship them, who try to convince other people, listen, this is important, that these new ways that you're bringing in to change the truth, to make it read differently, this is the way, is what we were told in the Bible. Not, we suggest that you do this, this, and this. There's a certain way you've worded it, but I'm not going to go into that. Not the we suggest. It is suggested. We do this as the path to this. This is the path that Jesus talked about. This is the path. And in your little services, you're trying to change those words to, well, we suggest that, no. No. And I don't care what religion it is. I don't. And some of those religions will go by the wayside anyway already. And then there will be the making sure that the truth, it's not religion, just faith, just belief, just the knowing that Mum and Dad exist. Excuse me, confirmation. If anyone, I don't care who you are, I don't care what your belief or your religion or whatever, if anyone believes that they are better than anyone else, and God, the Most High God, would say that that is okay, I, the most powerful being, will allow you to put me in a box and say that I only love you, that I will only look after you because you believe in me in a certain way. If you think that's okay to do that to the Most High God, there is something wrong with you. If you believe that yours is a religion, that the one God is going to favor you and what you are saying above anyone else, then there is something wrong with you. Because there is no way, none, not the slightest chance that the kind of God you're talking about would do that. It just wouldn't happen. Along with all the other things that wouldn't happen. He's not going to say, well, because you're Christian, yep, because you're Catholic, yep, because you're Hindu, yeah, because you're Muslim, yeah, I'm just going to favour you. And all the other billions of people that are my sons and daughters, stuff them because they don't think the way that you do. What? Would you do that with your sons or daughters? When you grow up, I want you to be a footballer. No, I don't want to be. I want to be a doctor. All right, you can piss off. Will you be a footballer when you grow up? No, I want to be a lawyer. Well, piss off. Will you be a footballer? Oh, yeah, if you're going to get rid of me, I'll be a footballer. What? No, no. He is a loving, caring, understanding, and in some cases, a forgiving God. As long as you realize it's called repenting. That's all you have to do. But mean it, because you'll know if you don't mean it. That's all you have to do. Like, your life isn't ruined. It's ruined because you keep ruining it. Day after day, week after week, month after month, doing things that aren't considered in your best interest or God's. Doing those things and then saying, oh, my life's crap. Well, don't make it crap. So that changed, didn't it? Yahweh is the way. Well, you see, I believe there's a God, but up to now, the name, I don't know. I don't know the name. And I got the feeling that you weren't supposed to know the name. So for people to say that they know the name doesn't make sense to me. And it may be right that it is Yahweh. I'm not saying that it isn't. But I got the feeling that God didn't want you to know the name. Tell them I am sent you. Is not tell them Yahweh sent you. Why would you say that? And other things that say, well, maybe he doesn't want you to know what his real name is. And then we have the mirror of God in the heavens. Then we have the other person that rebelled that isn't talked about. Then we have. So, oh, hang on, there's a lot went on in heaven that we're not being told. We're not being told about all this stuff. Then obviously we have the Egyptians. So there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make much sense. But what does make sense is there is a God. And I don't think he cares if you call. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong at all. And whatever you believe is fine. If you believe there's a God, that's fine. If you want to go to a temple, a synagogue, a church, whatever, that's fine. You believe in God, and that's great. That's great. But don't say that whatever book you read, whichever religion that is, that's the only way, because it isn't. It's not. It's just not. It's just not. It can't be. That's like saying there's 50 souls in the thrill of the chase. No, it didn't happen. It can't happen. It cannot be the case. It can't be. As much as you believe that it can be, it can't be. It just can't. So yes, there is a God. He is an all-loving God. Every being, everything. And he would not just say, well, I love you because you believe this, this, and this. No. And all he wants to do is be close with us, have a relationship, I don't know. He doesn't want people to be evil because he doesn't want people to get hurt. But if he's as powerful as he is, she is, and for everything to be balanced, There has to be some darkness there. There has to be. And we know there is because he's done some dark things. So he's not saying to anyone, you have to live in the light all of the time. Because sometimes the darkness, or I don't know, that I'm not trying to like knock you down or say anything, but sometimes enough's enough. Enough is enough. And people need to be shown the error of their ways, which is a good man. You will find that a good man will tolerate a lot of stuff. But when you go too far, it's too far. It's too far. And too far, not far, but too far, you remember that time that good man said, no, enough. Enough. So, for all that light, there has to be some dark. And a good man will tolerate a lot of dark. Because within that good man, he understands the dark. He understands it. And is able to tolerate it because he understands it. But if you go too far, I can assure you, in all the truth that I've said, I can assure you of this. If you go too far, you will regret going too far. You will regret going too far. It could be me. I don't know. I may have just finally decided to stand up for myself. Who knows? Cool. I'm glad. Oh, funny enough, Forrest was so clever, genius level, that he would get himself in trouble, yet his interviews with his amazing pets, like the Bipster, aka the Bip, says it all. I like that statement. I enjoyed that. Anybody want to see how this pans out? I think we already know how. Hey, Amy, how you doing? I think we will see how it pans out. Just kidding. This is none of your effing business. I don't share my heart. I only commit it. Well, that's fair enough. If there's nothing in your pan, you need to search. Try again. Try again. Hopefully, your way is God's way, and living for an eternal life would be cool. That is if you are worthy. Well, yep, I can't disagree with any of that. It is like your effort will be worth the cold, but it is about if you are worth, if you are worth if you are worth your self-love, if you are worth your self-love and the love of God, then you can have anything. Anything. Listen. Ask and ye shall receive. Not just words just thrown out there. Ask and ye shall receive. If you are worthy. Seek and ye shall find. If you are worthy. Excuse me, confirmation. Those aren't just words that are thrown out. The hard part in it, though, is you have to be right, correct, you have to be correct with it. You have to move in faith. You have to believe. In a maverick, what's another word for maverick? Is it God? You have to believe in a maverick. You have to have faith in a maverick. You have to decide the person that you look up to, the person that you listen to, the person that you are getting information from, how trustworthy is that information? And should I follow it? If you are worthy, and if you believe, and if you have faith, a mustard seed of faith. If you have faith and you ask, you will receive. And if you seek, you will find. That is truth. Absolute truth. 100% truth. Like, people wonder, like, oh, I wonder what God he, looks up to. Oh, I wonder how he does these things. Whatever, however, or her, or them, or whatever. Faith. Truth. Like, believing in the truth. The things that have to be real. Turn the other cheek has to be real. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. No. No. Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Never said. It couldn't have been. That's so pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. This person that is supposed to have said this is on the cross dying for our sins. That's the reason he's there. The reason he is there is to die. How? Are you forsaken? How has somebody forgotten about you when the reason you're there is to die and resurrect in 3 days' time? No one's forgotten about you. Where the fuck has that come from? Who wrote that into the script? There was no doubt in his mind. No one forsook him. Forgive them is not about the things that you think. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're doing exactly what's supposed to happen. They're putting him to death and rebirth. Why would he forgive them? Why would they need forgiveness? They're doing what they're supposed to do. What was already written. It's like some of the stuff that's said, it's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense at all. If you're going to die on the cross, that was the plan. Told everybody that was the plan. Before it happened. When he cut off his ear, he said, no, I could get 175,000 angels here if I wanted. And one angel is worth 180,000 men. I could get 175,000 angels, however many it is, 10 leagues of whatever. 10 legions, whatever it is. I could get them down. But I'm supposed to go through this. So all of this stuff, it's just a narration, which is obviously incorrect. Adam and Eve, kicked out of Eden, bumped into these people. What? So come on. How does everybody believe this bull? I'm not saying the Bible's bull. I'm saying the bull that some people wrote in it that's obviously not true. Can't be true. Makes no sense. None at all. And how they thought they'd get away, mind you, they have been getting away with it for thousands of years, but how they thought they could get away with it, and it's so blatant, crazy. It's obviously written by some narcissist that thinks that he's God's gift. And it wasn't Jesus. But these people think that they're God on earth, and they're not. and they're being called out. Just my imagination running away with me. Good night, imagination. Sorry, I didn't realise you said that. If you're still here. So, actually, I might say tatty bar as well. You know, some people might think that I'm crazy. I know that I'm not, and I don't care whether people think that I'm crazy. Some people just hate me because they want to hate me, because I'm taking from them what doesn't belong to them. You hate me because I'm giving back to people what belongs to those people. No, I think you should hate yourself for taking it in the first place. And when I say me, there's 144,000 chosen people that have gone through shit. Not just talk about the chase. Not. Yes, it's morning. It's 1:43. Ooh. So even that, the Forest Fan ABCs that I did was just Forest Fan 123s. And if you look up the number 123, you'll understand. But for 5 years, I've been giving people information and told them that there's two conversations going on here. The information that you think I'm telling you, and the information that you need to understand and be aware of. And if you know that information, you should act on it. And nobody did. There is not one apology, not one, here, I have back what, we've taken. There's nothing. And then people say, well, want to approach, but we don't know how to, don't know how you're going to react, blah, blah. Not telling me that. It's just, what I'm getting. Don't know how you're going to react. Well, how I'm reacting already. This is me reacting. This is how I reacted to 5 years of bullshit. This is how I reacted. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Not me to judge. The abundance that is being given to the chosen. I know some people know how much that is, and they're very pissed that, someone's going to get it and it's not going to be them. But I said something a while ago. Two people in a room, and on this shelf that's out of reach is $1 million. And they can't reach it on their own. But if they joined forces together, they could have 500,000 each. And neither of them would help the other get it down. They wanted all of it or none of it. So they both ended up with nothing. That's how they're behaving. If I can't have it all, then no one's going to have anything. What you don't realise is, just get somebody else. They'll just get somebody else to give it to them. So no, you don't have anything, and they have everything. Because you didn't want to share. And you blame them for having everything, even though they offered to share it with you. You blame them for having everything because you didn't want to have half. And you don't think that they deserve everything. And you think that they can't escape, that they've been together forever. And you will make the life a living hell, and you will stop the union, and you will do this, and you will do that, and you can't avoid me, and blah, 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 all of those things that you're thinking. And none of those things are true. Forget all the times you carried me, I carried you. No, none of those things are true. See, what is true is, in this now moment, not very nice people. And in this now moment, you're being judged, mum and dad. And in this now moment, plans are already formed, already happening, already taking place for this earth to flip. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, this matrix is done. It's done. That dark entity, being, whatever, wants to come out because it's hungry. There is an answer that is already known. There are answers that are already known. And there is a way forward. You can either get on board with the way forward or get left behind. But those that are left behind will be going through exactly what they put other people through. And those times that you think, I can't take anymore, remember Heather. And know why the things that are happening are happening. Now, for your sake, I hope you act more like me. I'm not being big-headed, I'm just saying. It's never the end, and there's always a way. And I am proof of that, whether you like it or not. And that way is through a power that you can't even fathom. Now, people are saying that they've never seen anything like it. What they don't realise is they haven't seen anything yet. Haven't seen anything yet. And you really don't want to. This world is going to change. It's going to be a great place to live. It really is. If you are worthy. If you are worthy, this world is going to be a great place to live. Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening. NBA. National Basketball Association. What? I don't know what that is. Slam dunk. So, thank you all for watching. Like I say, I don't hate anyone. I've no reason to hate anyone. Please listen to the last bit. I've no reason to hate anyone. You put me in the position that I'm in. It's crap. Excuse me. It was the worst that it could possibly be. It was awful. Some really, 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 really horrendous times. Really horrendous. Didn't think I'd ever get through it. And yet here I am. So thank you. I haven't done this for a while, but I'm going to put chair for now because I don't normally do that. And then, thanks, y'all. I'll nip back to that tune. Is that the Thunderstruck tune, Tigger, that you put in? I know you put a tune in earlier, or put something in earlier. Pirate's here. I didn't know Pirate was here. Hello, Pirate. How are you? Oi, hello, hello. I didn't see that. All you need is love. Well, people know it is the highest frequency and it transcends all dimensions. It exists everywhere. Can pull two people together from different dimensions and realms and spaces or whatever. Like, that's power. Like, the highest frequency, I'm told, is love, but I believe that authenticity is the highest frequency. If you live in your authenticity, that's higher than anything. I'm not saying it's more powerful than love, but I'm saying the frequency of it is a powerful frequency. Then you mix in love with that, but that's pretty strong. Very strong. So, to be in your authenticity, to be the you that you are, that you know you are, that you fucking love, irrespective of what other people think. That person who says the truth, who understands the truth and talks the truth, that authenticity is powerful. Ooh. Tim, hey, how are you? Oh, you never miss anything when you come to one of mine. I never say anything worthwhile, so you're all right. Hello and good night. Hello and good night. Sorry, Tim, but it's nearly 2 a.m. So only nearly 2 a.m. You got to the best bit. You got to see me go. Most people would love to see me go. So you're at the best part. It's good to have you. Excuse me. Got itchy nose. I appreciate you being here. Hope everyone's well where you are. Hope you're well. No more issues. So I know there's a bit that I missed. Sorry for those people that were speaking that I didn't know Pirate was here. Mario, you have the wisdom down pat. Oh, Pat has the wisdom as well. Postman Pat. Pirate, the cup's overflowing. Big full. Because I failed to believe in me. Hatching plans. Are we back to bird history? No, I missed all this. What went wrong? Because I feel like a broken record. I'm missing all that. I'll have to look at that later. Anyway, Tigger, was that the... Oh, Pirate. I wish I was smart as you, Sensei, and could understand your prophetic words. Yeah, I wish I could as well. That makes two of us. I wish I was as smart as someone else. I don't think I'm smart. Just, I don't know. I'm sick of BS. That's basically what it is. Like, I'm sick of... Can't people just tell the flipping truth? Just be honest. It's not just for me. Like, if you think this is just for me, you're sadly mistaken. This is for you, not for me. I'm happy where I am. I'm good. But there's a lot of people out there that aren't good, that are suffering. And they're suffering with ease if they stop doing stupid shit, like sending out black magic, and just went within. And I know someone is. I know someone's going within now and doing the right things. But just go within. Just find out who you are. Just understand who you are. Understand what you're capable of. Just do that. Don't worry about all the other stuff. That's irrelevant. If you can get to the point where you love yourself, you've understood yourself, you've kicked yourself around a few times, and you come out for the better. You understand what God's all about, and you understand what, creation's all about. and you understand the BS. And that's what this is about, understanding the BS, understanding the matrix, understanding that, nothing is as it seems. And it really isn't. You don't have to be in such a bad way. You're never meant to be that way. It just wasn't. So, yeah, I wish I was smart. If I was smart, I wouldn't have, taken 60 odd years before I realised I'm not smart. Just too long. Thanks, INFJ. That was you're the reason. You left a comment, and I thought, well, I'll do it. Thanks, Husker, Tim, Pirate, Tigger. Hi, Pie. Oh, is that a theorem? Pie. High tie. Oh, we've got high pie and a high tie. Could be a my tie, but there you go. So, yeah, there are gods and goddesses that, may pay us a visit. They're out and about and enjoying life, I should think. And I think the Most High God is happy with what's going on at the moment. Well, I hope he is. So, take care, everyone. Boys are going.